Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well today. In this video, I'm going to introduce a low cap project to you guys called Unidex. This project aims to blur the lines between decentralized finance and centralized finance. Currently, the trading experience you get on automated market makers like Uniswap and SushiSwap in terms of quality and user friendliness isn't anywhere close to its centralized counterparts like Binance or FTX. With limit orders, options trading, leverage trading, and cross-chain support, Unidex plans to change all of that. Now, before we dive into the video, I just wanted to quickly invite you guys to join my Discord channel. It's a great way for you guys to learn about these projects before I publish a video. Or if you're not into Discord, at the very least, make sure you guys check me out on Twitter. It's a great place for you guys to get industry highlights and also learn about projects that I'm interested in. Both the links to my Discord channel and my Twitter profile can be found in the description below. With the intro out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into this video. Alright, to get things kick-started, as I mentioned in my intro, they're going to allow for limit orders. And on top of that, they're also going to be the aggregator of aggregators. Liquidity will be sourced from multiple automated market makers and also from DEX aggregators like 1inch. This will allow users to get the cheapest price with the most liquidity. Currently, Unidex supports the following chains, and I'm confident that in the future they're going to be supporting a lot more. At some point, I think these liquidity silos and a lot of the rigidity associated with fragmented liquidity, all of that's going to be dissolved with cross-chain solutions. When that happens, I can envision Unidex providing a venue for traders to easily trade between native assets. Currently, they have a beta up and running, so if you guys wanted to, you can use it to leverage trade up to 3x any of these assets. And they also have a means to short and long ETH gas fees. Sometime in the future, they're also going to add equities, but for now, they can be focused on crypto-related projects. For example, in addition to ETH gas fees, eventually you're also going to be able to long and short BTC transaction fees. Moreover, they're also planning to introduce things like Bitcoin dominance. This way, if you're bullish on the altcoin market or if you're bearish on it, you'll have an easy way to make that trade. If you take a look at their alpha, you can see that in addition to leverage trading, they're also going to add ETFs in the future, and eventually they're also going to support option trading. And this, in my opinion, is very bullish for the project. They're introducing a Unidex API and Unidex Forge. The API is going to allow protocols to take advantage of their superior aggregation while also benefiting from Unidex by increasing trading volume. In addition to the API, they're also introducing Unidex Forge that's going to allow protocols to host their service in a more formal way on the Unidex front end. Unidex Forge is going to save platforms a lot of resources because instead of hiring front-end developers, they can focus on the back end. It'll give them more time to innovate, work on smart contracts, and expand their services to more users. I think ultimately what's going to happen is large projects with a lot more resources will end up making their own native solutions. Teams that are smaller and that have less resources will be able to flatten the field a little bit by outsourcing their front end to Unidex Forge. And one feature that's not talked about in the documents, and I think that the team is keeping hush-hush on purpose, is cross-chain arbitrage. And in this interview, Kronal, the CEO and founder, talks briefly about how this could be a possibility on Unidex.
We have a few solutions that we're working to because, again, we want to take a no-bias approach to this. So there's a few things. Maybe a lot of the users here, I guess this is the second most popular way to bridge assets onto the Phantom ecosystem is by using the X-Polynet bridge made by the Connex network. So we're actually trying to work and use the Connex bridge in whatever way possible to basically have a trade go through a channel and fill an order on a separate DEX and then come back. So that's one method. Another method is just by going ahead and using multi-chain, and we're trying to see where we can use multichain.xyz and the contracts with there to go ahead and do a bridge, have it set up in some type of master contract that then relays all the logic for the swap and then bridges it back. The only problem comes with exit and entry liquidity whenever it comes to things like Connex's solution that works off the channels and existing liquidity that exists within multi-chain's liquidity pools. And so I also noticed that one user in the chat actually did link our Solidity Finance audit as well, so you guys can check that out over there. But yeah, we're looking at what we can do for cross-chain arbitraging, just because I think that will be a massive play and a very useful tool. And so we're seeing what we can do with that. but we don't currently do that. So I'm just putting that out there.
As bullish as that sounds, I think it's something that's very difficult to deliver on. However, we do see cross-chain solutions being built like Thorchain that allows you to trade native assets without having to wrap them. I think with solutions like that, you're going to see relayer systems built out, which will make it a lot easier for projects like Unidex to deliver products like cross-chain arbitrage. Now that I've given you guys a brief introduction to the project, let's cover the tokenomics. The token is currently trading at 82 cents. There's a max supply of 4 million. With the current circulating supply of approximately 3.5 million, the fully diluted market cap is 3.3 million with a market cap of 2.8 million. The reason the supply is so thin is because after they had their pre-sale on November 6, 2020, they raised about $25,000 and all the unsold tokens were burned. And the reason the market cap is so low is because they don't have capital backers and virtually haven't spent any money on marketing. This is great news for potential investors. It means you're getting into a project before it's discovered by VC. And on top of that, you can be assured that there's no large early stage investors who could be dumping on you in the future. Now, in terms of tokenomics, you're going to be able to use the token to save on platform fees, get trading fee rebates, and also be rewarded with a percentage of fees collected by the protocol. And once they start distributing their trading fees, you're not going to need to lock up your Unidex tokens. All you need to do is hold them in your wallet. Currently, most of the liquidity resides on Uniswap, but I did hear that they're going to go ahead and create a BEP2 version, meaning that it'll be tradable on the Binance Smart Chain, most likely on PancakeSwap. Now, to end the video, I'm going to give you guys my closing thoughts. I think these types of solutions are definitely needed by the DeFi industry. You want to give users the experience that they have on centralized exchanges, without them knowing that they're tapping into DeFi protocols. And you do that by reducing the friction, the rigidity, and enhancing the user experience. Right now, we're in that innovative stage of DeFi development. Projects are building core financial primitives, and they're collectively iterating on design, mechanics, tokenomics, and governance. As they figure that out, we also need other projects to simultaneously work on improving the user experience, because that's the last piece that's needed in order for these DeFi platforms to compete with their centralized counterparts. And with the small balance that they initially raised, I think this team and the people heading the team are doing a phenomenal job. And if they deliver on the roadmap and the features that they promised, I'm sure that their initial launch is going to attract a lot of attention, especially VC attention. And that'll allow them to get more funding to take the project to the next level. And when it comes to circulating supply and the fully diluted market cap of the token, it doesn't get any better than this. As soon as a project like this gets a little bit of attention, I could easily see the token going up 5 to 20x. Now, the downside is that I see a project like this as a low-hanging fruit. I could easily see a project that's more well-funded, has more resources, and that's more well-connected with affluent investors overtake Unidex and become the industry leader. But what Unidex has going for it is that, to my knowledge, it's the only platform out there that's offering a unique combination of financial services. And I've listened to the CEO talk. Despite being a very young guy, he's very sharp and he's very hardworking. Now, if you're wondering if I've decided to get exposure to the project, you'll have to join my private Discord channel. To get access, all you need to do is join the lowest tier I have in Patreon for just $20 a month. With that, not only will you get access to my private Discord channels, but I'll also give you a free subscription to my paid newsletter. And if you're new to crypto and or DeFi, it can be really hard to keep up with innovation, and oftentimes people don't know where to get started. By joining one of the higher tiers on Patreon, you can get one-on-one access with me, and after a couple sessions, I'll make sure that you have a very solid foundation to start with. If you feel like any of those services would benefit you, make sure you guys go ahead and click my Patreon link in the description below. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is CryptoOneStop signing up. I'll talk to you folks next time. Bye.